Kentucky on the road at Vanderbilt. The Wildcats already bowl eligible, but wanting more and, of course, wanting to get rid of that bad taste left over from last week's last-second loss to Ole Miss. Now, the Commodores, they haven't won a game in conference play, but opened as the favorites at home. First UK possession, Benny Snell, 16 yards. That is going to make Snell the fastest Wildcat to reach 2,000 rushing yards in a UK career. Now, headed into Saturday, Vandy quarterback Kyle Shermer had 3 picks on the season. He matched that in the first half. Denzel Ware gets the first. Now, it's 7-0 Doors after a Ralph Webb touchdown on 3rd and 7. Steven Johnson finds juice. That's good for a 25-yard gain in the first down. He's knocked out at the 22. And on the very next play, Saheem King knifing through the defense. That ties the game at 7. In the second quarter, 1st and 10 from the Vandy 23. Benny. It looks like a no-gainer, but he spins out of the tackle and takes off for the end zone. His 26th career touchdown ties the school record for career rushing touchdowns. Now, Shermer already threw 1 interception. How about a second? This time, it's Derek Beatty stepping in front. He's got blockers in front of him. He's taking it back. Finally brought down. Mike Edwards had another later in the second quarter. They both led to Austin McGinnis field goals, but the half belonged to Benny Snell. He eclipsed the 1,000-yard rushing mark for the second straight season in the second quarter, making him the first Wildcat to ever go for 1,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. And the opening drive of the third quarter, here's the record breaker, the 27th rushing touchdown of Benny's UK career. That made it 27-7 Kentucky. Right now, they are rolling up 34-14. Well, next week, Kentucky travels to take on Georgia in Athens. Today, the #1 Bulldogs on the road at Auburn, and they trail 30-10 in the third quarter. In the ACC, Louisville hosting Virginia, tied at 7 in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson fade route to Seth Dawkins just inside the pylon. Touchdown Cardinals. It is 38-14 in the third quarter. Eastern Kentucky hosting Austin Peay. Colonels with a 3-point lead towards the end of the first quarter. Tim Boyle to Ryan Marcouche in the corner. Touchdown. 2-point conversion would be good. 11-0 EKU. Seconds left in the half. Boyle to Marcouche again. Colonels up 21-7 at the half, but they fall to Austin Peay 31-24. Elsewhere in college football, Morehead State on the road at Marist. The Eagles took a lead into the fourth quarter, but were outscored by 14 points in the final 15 minutes. They fall 38-31. And in the NAIA, Georgetown College, they scored 4 first-quarter touchdowns and never looked back as they roll 54-6 over Cincinnati Christian. Josh Forrest getting another shot in the NFL. Forrest was called up to the active roster by the Seattle Seahawks after they placed Trey Madden on injured reserve. Forrest was waived by the Rams prior to the start of the season and signed by Seattle last month. To basketball, the good news is that Kentucky is 1-0, opening their season with a win over Utah Valley State. The bad news, UK looked awful for the first 20 minutes and actually trailed the Wolverines at the half. We're only 1 game in, and John Calipari is already finding himself doing things he's not used to doing. The first, of course, is playing zone. How many times has Cal played zone over the years? Not very many. But there's something else that Cal did a lot more of last night, too, and that is...
I've never clapped or cheered as much in a game either. More this game than all of last season. Whatever this team needs, I'm going to have to do. We're young, we're long, there's just so much we have to do. And part of this early is going to be about survival. We survived this game. Survived it.
Well, 5-star shooting guard Keldon Johnson has committed to Kentucky. Johnson picks UK over Texas, Maryland, NC State. The 6'6 Johnson out of Oak Hill in Virginia is the number 14 player in the 2018 class for 24/7 Sports. He is the second recruit John Calipari has picked up in the 2018 class. And the Kentucky women's basketball team also opened their season with a win 101-70 over Sacramento State. Taylor Murray had a game-high 22 points, and like the men, the women will also be back in action Sunday. They host Gardner-Webb. Tip-off will be at 2 p.m. at Memorial Coliseum. We'll have more LEX18 news after this.
The weekend may have been off to a bitterly cold but sunny start. However, I am tracking some showers to move in tomorrow afternoon. It's not going to be a total washout. However, you will notice kind of a common theme then through the rest of your 8-day forecast. Temperatures will stay cool for November. We'll also see a few more showers starting to mix in, especially mid to late week of next week. But really, tomorrow's rain kind of relaxing into the afternoon. I mean, you're catching some football or just relaxing before the start of the work week.
So cold weather, does that mean time to break out the Christmas decorations? What do you guys think? Too early?
Too early. I am a strict post-Thanksgiving Christmas person.
Can you believe Santa was